Welcome to a deep, gentle practice. I'm not even using my sticky mat today. I've got a thick blanket down. I want you to climb on the floor with me and let's enjoy the sweetness that this practice has to offer. We're going to begin our practice seated. Now, if sitting cross-legged is a problem and you notice your knees are kind of hiking up above your hips, try propping up on a couple blocks or a cushion, or extend your legs out in front of you. It's important that we get that rise up and out of our pelvis, or else anatomically we can't actually take a proper breath. So I want you to set up, relax your shoulders, palms can face the ceiling, and close your eyes. Imagine that sense of lengthening from the back of the crown towards the ceiling as you settle in. And I want you to notice how you're showing up. Assign some words to how you're feeling in your body. And now I want you to assign some words on how you're feeling in your mind. And we can feel scattered or chaotic, frustrated. It's okay. It's why we're here. We honor and we work with the body and the mind that shows up. Soften the muscles of your face, your abdomen. Try not to change anything, but on your next breath in, I want you to just watch and see where it goes. My breath dumps into my chest. I want you to see if you can breathe with a little more direction and intent. Breathe through your nose. On the inhale, imagine that breath dropping straight down through and into the belly. And just sigh it out. Again, breathe in and imagine a waterfall dropping straight down into the belly, and then watch the breath as it begins to bubble up into the lungs and into the heart center. And then on the exhale, it's from the heart through the ribs and down into the belly. I just want you to try to find this pattern of breath. Inhale through the nose. Watch that gentle rising at the top of the inhale. And exhale from the top down. That is your 3-part breath. Bring your hands to heart center with a humble bow forward. Make a small intention for your class, something you can hold on to for the rest of the day. Opening the eyes. And we're going to get started with a circular churn. So I just want you to focus on making this circular action on your tailbone, curling and rounding back, and then arching and extending forward. And you should feel little elements of cat-cow in this as you exhale, curl and round back. And as you inhale, I want you to try to extend your heart forward. Slow, intentional movement. And reverse the direction. Try to let your head, neck, and shoulders really soften going along for the ride. And as you come forward, I want you to just focus on a little pendulum here. We're going to rock from side to side. Use your hands to push and extend you deeper into your pose. Eventually, we're going to rock all the way forward into a fold. You can put your hands on the floor if you need to grab a block or two here for a little extra height. At some point, find a place to just pause and surrender, relaxing through the neck, shoulders. Try to soften the hips completely. And I encourage you to move a little bit here. So it might feel better or deeper to walk to one side. And on the inhale, try to expand through your shoulder blades. And on your exhale, feel yourself sinking deeper into whatever shape that you're in. Begin to slowly rise up, hinging back and changing the interlace of those legs. Rock back and forth on those sit bones and right into your circular churns, scoop and hollow. Now, just because we're working through a class that's called Deep Gentle, I want you to be mindful that each style of yoga has a purpose. And to me, at least in my opinion, Deep Gentle is where magic happens. It's where we find our truths, where we're holding stored tension or emotion in our body. So don't let the name deceive you. Reverse the direction. Heart pulls forward and into that little pendulum. I want you to rock from side to side. Keep trying to extend your heart forward. And eventually let this lead you right onto those palms, forearms. However you want to take this fold. I always fold to a little diagonal. I'm listening to my side body and my back, looking for my personal edge. Let everything go. Hands underneath those shoulders, slowly roll your way up and unravel. Coming into this little 90-90 stag position, I just want you to windshield from side to side. As the knees drop to the left, pop and lift that right shoulder. Give it a little pause at end range to feel. And now as you drop to the right with the knees, I want you to try to rotate your shoulders towards the left. If you can tolerate a little more, I want you to push your left knee towards the floor. You're going to feel a big stretch on the inner thigh, hip, and groin. Drop to the left, rotate the shoulders to the right. And one more each side. Try pushing that right knee to the floor. Lift the heart, rotate. And come back to center. We're going to extend the left leg out in front of you. Right knee is going to come to the inner thigh. Now, if you notice this knee is kind of lifting or you're curling back on the tailbone, try propping your hips up and supporting the knee with a block or a cushion. We're going to take this into variations of Janushasana. Flex that left foot. It likes to kind of get sleepy here. So flexing the foot and internally rotate the thigh. So I'm actually using my hands to help get this leg in proper alignment. Reach down with your hands, grabbing the back of the thigh or the calf so that you can pull the leg towards you. And I want you to feel your shoulder blades engage as you do that. Nice full breath in. On the exhale, try to fold yourself in half. Roll your way up on a breath in. And on the exhale, I want you to extend the heart forward. Take a couple rounds here, just moving on your breath. Inhale. The more we can pull our leg towards us with these hands, the more we'll opt to feel that backside stretching. Last time, inhale, pull the heart forward and begin to soften. Your goal here is to try to Shorten the distance between belly and thigh. As soon as you come to that end range, begin to let the upper body, head, neck, and shoulders relax. And continue that squeezing action of muscle to bone through the leg and a gentle pulling of the hands. Right? The hands are pulling towards you. And this is going to further stretch some of the fascia through that back line. As you breathe, I want you to try to breathe into and around the shoulder blades, expanding back body at the top of the breath. And exhale, feel your body sinking. Inhale, lift, unravel. Exhale, pull yourself in just for a couple more breaths. Hands underneath those shoulders, slowly rise up, unravel through the spine, tailbone first. Rotate towards the right. So I want you to grab that knee with your left hand as you take a spiral. Sit nice and tall, you're stacked right over the pelvis. Inhale, lengthen the crown towards the ceiling. Exhale, draw the navel back. Continue to hold that knee with your left hand. I'm actually going to lift it a little bit here. This is going to create a little bit of traction for me. Right arm reaches to the ceiling, get nice and long, and begin to spill towards that left foot. Right? This bind here is going to facilitate this rotation, and we can really hang through that right side and create some length. Just give a gentle head shake, let all the tension go. Take one more breath, and on the exhale, unwind back into your fold. Grab the back of that leg, pull it towards you, long spine, fold in half. Keep awareness in that left leg, it likes to fall asleep. Hands will come underneath those shoulders as you roll your way up. Now if you have a wrist or shoulder injury, I want you to hold here, coming into a second twist. If you want to try a variation of Wild Thing, I want you to imagine drawing a half circle to get you there. Right hand is right behind your hip. Left hand is going to lead you into your pose. Squeeze the pelvis forward as you extend. It is a long line of energy from left fingertip to left toe. Breathe in. Exhale, take that half circle all the way back towards the beginning. Roll your way up. We're going to get ready for our second side. Right leg is extended out, and I want you to focus on that internal spiral. Use your hands, right? I'm going to internally rotate that thigh. Foot points towards the ceiling with a little spin. We should feel as if we're rotating to that right side. Underneath that calf or thigh, we want to do our fascial pull. Pull the leg towards you as you engage your shoulders. Begin to fold. Follow your breath. Inhale, roll up. And begin to extend the heart forward. Exhale down. Take another round. Inhale, extending. Imagine trying to shorten the distance from belly to thigh. Don't worry about how far you actually fold. Just focus on initiating right at that hip crease, coming into your fold. Upper body softens, head, neck, and shoulders totally relaxed. Take a breath in, and on the exhale, draw the navel back, creating a little bit of tension in the core. And gently pull that leg towards you with these hands. Active right leg. Unravel that spine, tailbone to the floor. Just like reverse dominoes, roll your way up through the vertebrae. Twist your way towards the left. Shoulders relax, sit tall. Keep pressing through that right foot. It likes to get lazy here. And create that tension, right? I'm gonna just kind of lift this left knee and feel that sense of hanging onto this left side, up and over. Reach towards the foot. Pay attention to your neck here. The head might just want to dangle towards the right, or perhaps the gaze is downwards. Lengthen up and out of that side body. Breathe with intention. Find expansion through the lungs. One more breath. And on the exhale, make that transition. We're going to spiral back to the right. Pull that leg towards you. Long spine takes you forward and fold. One more breath. Hands underneath those shoulders as you rise. Now we've got that option to take our twist or our wild thing. Remembering, think of a compass. I'm going to extend, right? Pelvis presses forward. Right fingertips extend up towards the ceiling. Long line, finger to toe. Full breath. Exhale. Unravel back the way we came. Roll your way up. And I want you to find a comfortable seat. Relax your shoulders. Sit nice and tall, palms face the ceiling, and close your eyes. I just want you to check back in. Did you have an intention for your class? Can you breathe in and drop down to the belly? Feel that breath rise up into your heart. Gently sigh it out. Open your eyes. We're going to take our practice down onto our backs. If you wanted to grab a little cushion or a block for your head, do so and roll onto your back. As you roll onto your back, pull the knees into the chest and just gently rock from side to side. You can close your eyes here. You don't necessarily need eyes for this. And one hand on each knee, taking it in a circular churn, out and around. Just as if you could kind of trace right around the sacrum. Just try to massage the back with the floor. Reverse directions. As you come back to center, go ahead and place the feet on the floor. We're going to start with a pigeon pose. Left foot will remain flexed, and if you have a little more range of motion, you can take this up into a bind where you interlace either behind that right thigh or maybe the shin. And I just want you to explore the pose by gently rocking a little bit from center and over towards the right. Now, if you've climbed up into a bind and you notice you're straining the head or the shoulders to get there, I want you to scale back a bit and try putting the right foot on the floor. The expression deepens as you try to extend and push your left hip towards the foot of the mat. And you can also try just gently trying to maybe extend the hip away and trying to pull it a little closer towards you. Inhale, arch the spine, push the tailbone into the floor. Exhale, flatten the back. Find a place to pause and linger. Breath in. And on the exhale, push that left hip towards the foot of the mat. Bring your pose back to center and just place that right foot on the floor if you were in a bind. And I just want you to kind of rock a little bit here. I want you to create muscle confusion in your body, right? The more we can kind of confuse this left hip so it doesn't know what's going to happen next, the more likely it is to release. Use that left hand on the thigh to just kind of give it a little push back and forth. Let the leg totally relax. And try once more to come back into your pose. See if you can go a little deeper. I want you to sink into sensation. Maybe giving a little rock and lean here towards the right as you extend the left hip away. If the body craves movement or a gentle sway, just allow it. And begin to ease back to center. Place both feet on the floor nice and wide, wider than your hips, so that you can find a little tenting action of the knees. Palms rest by your sides, shoulder blades melt into the floor. I want you to take a body scan. Just notice any differences between your right and left side. Notice how you're feeling in your body. Heel toe those feet back to center. Right on left, keeping that right foot flexed, maybe taking the bind if you would like, and just begin to explore. A little rock to the left and back to center. Push and extend that right hip away from you, so moving with intention. Not letting this be completely passive, but actually quite active. Inhale, try to arch the spine as you press the tailbone into the floor. Exhale, back flattens. Try a couple rounds. Inhale. And exhale. Sink into sensation, close your eyes, try to feel. One more breath. And on the exhale, come back. Go ahead and give me that little rock from side to side, let it go. We just want to move freely. Use that right hand and just give that thigh a couple little pushes. When you feel ready, climb your way back into that pigeon pose. One of my favorite things to do is take a pose and just revisit it for a second or third time to really find those deeper layers or a deeper release. And in stillness, our job is to try to listen to anything that the body has to say, where it's holding, what it needs. And that next exhale, extend the right hip away. Find your way back to center. Feet are gonna land nice and wide. Adjust your hips and take this into a little windshield from side to side. Now, as you windshield those knees, I want you to try to squeeze the hips towards the ceiling. And try to extend the knees down towards the floor. I'll give you options to layer onto this. As we drop over to the right side, I want you to hold there. Now, if you don't feel any pain or compression in the back, you can try placing your right foot on top of the left knee. Our goal here is to try to extend through this left front thigh and quad. Squeeze the pelvis towards the ceiling as you try to drop the left knee towards the floor. Arms can reach overhead, creating a little more length in your body. If you want to go deeper, right arm is going to grab left forearm, just a gentle pulling action to continue to lengthen that left side. Continue to squeeze the glutes towards the ceiling. Take another breath in. And on the exhale, just let everything relax and soften. Breathe into your front body. Release, bring your arms back to your sides and just square off to center. Taking a couple windshields back and forth, just notice any differences between your two sides. And as we set up for the left, as long as there's no pain or compression in that low back, you can place the left ankle to the right thigh. Our focus here is to squeeze the glutes towards the ceiling as we try to draw and extend that right knee towards the floor. Arms extend overhead, full breath. Maybe take the bind. It is left arm or left hand to forearm. Extend through the right side. Keep the pose active, glutes to the ceiling, full breath. Exhale to relax. I just want you to fall into your pose and observe. Where you might be holding or gripping, let it go. One more breath. Beginning to unravel on that exhale, feet to the floor, just lift and lower the hips. Knees to chest with a hug and a squeeze. Just gently rock it out. Continue to hold just the left knee as you extend the right foot to the ceiling. Foot is flexed and a slow drop towards the floor. Keep trying to extend through that right heel even after it lands. Thigh bone presses towards the floor, almost as if now we're pulling in opposite directions, shortening the left and extending the right. Feel the energy begin to wash through that right leg as you come into a twist. Right hand will do the work. Begin to pull that left knee across your body. And on the inhale, come onto your back. Exhale into rotation. Inhale back. I want you to let this gentle rocking or cadence begin to soothe and ease your body. Our goal is to begin to reset and awaken that parasympathetic system, the one that lets us recover and rest calming the flight or fright. Last time. Next time you come into rotation, I want you to hold. That foot can find the floor, and if it doesn't, go ahead and tuck your foot behind your right knee. An option to gaze over that left shoulder, or maybe take that gentle rocking into the head now. Rocking to the left. And then back to center. Just allow any tension to wash out of the face and any tension through the neck. Eventually find stillness. I just want you to breathe into the shape that you're in. And on the exhale, I want you to feel you softening into it. One more breath. And on that exhale, ease back to center. Just lift and lower your hips. Find the center of your blanket or your mat. Knees to chest. Continue to hold that right knee towards the right shoulder. Left leg extends. Foot is flexed. Slow, intentional drop. Pulling in opposite directions. Extend that heel away. Left thigh bone into the floor. And then begin to feel the work just kind of soften and wash through that left leg. Left hand to the outer right thigh and begin to twist. Keep both shoulders on the floor. Inhale onto your back. Exhale, pull across. Just like you would rock a baby. Find that cadence that feels right in your body. Last time. Allowing that right foot to either find the floor. It may need to tuck behind the left knee. Maybe rock that head from side to side a couple times. Any residual tension in the face, let it soften. Find a place to pause. Breathe into your shape. One more breath. And on that exhale, begin to ease back to center. Just lift and lower your hips, pulling the knees into the chest. And once you begin to find your way into any other poses you might want to complete your practice. Maybe that's a happy baby or a dead bugs pose. Just move organically, finding any final movements that you need to feel as if you've completed your practice. As you feel ready, legs can extend long on the mat or feet wide, knees content together. Allow the shoulders to melt into the floor, palms face the ceiling. And before you drift into Shavasana, I want you to take another breath. Try to breathe into the belly. Feel the lungs and the heart. And gently sigh it out. Feeling the muscles begin to grow more soft and supple. The bones are heavy and dense. And begin to feel your mind drifting. Notice where your mind is. Keeping the eyes closed, but just continue to watch for a moment as thoughts drift by, old memories surface. Begin the smallest of movements, just touching the thumb and the fingers together. Maybe moving the toes. And eventually rocking your head from side to side. As you feel ready, begin a transition, rolling to one side. Take a fetal position. Keep that head heavy, press into palms. Slowly ease up to a comfortable seat. I just want you to sit comfortably. Relax your shoulders, sit tall, close your eyes. I want you to revisit any intention that you might have set for yourself. Any changes or shifts in your mind and body. Hands will come together, humble, bow forward. Opening your eyes. Hopefully you see the sweetness that is a deeper, gentler style of practice. We have new content every week on the channel. Of course, let me know some of the things that you're enjoying or things you'd like to see more of. Consider subscribing or sharing this with someone who you know would benefit from yoga. Hopefully we'll work together soon. And of course, Namaste.